Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Today, a special day, and this unlimited drama. All of us, everywhere, it's the feeling, vibrations, remembering Dadi Ji, invoking her once again here, and while offering bhog, of course in the subtle region, it's a very beautiful feeling of Dadi present there. Because Baba replays the play, that film, which is recorded in this drama. The past role is finished. A new role is playing, she is playing. But it is the power of love and Baba's love for us children to fulfill the wish of the children. In the subtle region, Baba emerges, replays the film, that the part she played. And at the same time triggers the same film which each one has experienced, her role she played, and all of us experience many special qualities. And it was also just a film again going through the mind. She was jewel of light, but played the role hero, diamond, with many different facets. And today was an experience that she remained trustee of what Baba gave her, giving his power, godly power, the power of sustenance, the power of creation, the power of transformation, what Brahma Baba received from Baba. And she became the real heir in practical form. Baba is making all of us his heir. But she, the hero actor, the hero playing part, following the footsteps of Baba, played that part and yet remained total trustee. And as in it is such a kind of feeling that all are present in the subtle region, because we are also invoking other Dadis as well at the same time, as Baba invites all other Dadis, but they are of course in different roles. But three things especially, I felt that Dadi is now, says what I received from Baba and practically experienced and others also experienced. And these were three jewels: purity, truth, and humility. In this light, everything is merged: purity, truth, and humility. With this, you receive inheritance at the present time. It is the life of Brahmin, breath. Without breath, you cannot survive. In the same way, Brahmin life cannot be Brahmin life without purity. Golden age, the age of truth, is being established. And that is the God, the power of God. That God is truth. And in all relationship with Baba. But this can be actually bring fruit when humility is there and practicing all these qualities. This was the feeling or experience of remembering, coming all scenes back, what experienced with her in all these years with Dadi. But that is another time we share. Today is Murli and time is limited. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Of course, many, many memories, but also just thinking that Dadi was a leader from the moment she came to Baba, because she was the first Kumari to surrender, and so Baba gave her the name Kumarka, the Kumari. So she had three names, her Lokik name Rama, and then the alokik name Kumarka, and then the name from Shiv Baba was Prakashmani. So three powerful names. And so from the moment she came to Baba, Baba recognized her. But also then, the role that she played with Mama through that whole period that Mama was there. In Karachi, she was Mama's right hand. In times of service in Bharat, she was again Mama's right hand. And so again, out of 350 others, you could see that this is a soul who's really playing a very special role. And then, of course, October 68, she was there in Madhuban, and Baba kept her when Didi had gone on tour, and kept her further through till December. Then in January, she herself wanted to stay. Baba had said to her, "No, child, go to Bombay." And she said, "Baba, but you have no one here to help you." So she stayed. And of course then there was that very powerful scene of receiving the full inheritance from Baba through Drishti, and Baba holding her hand and handing over the reins of the yajna to her. And so you could see that there's this thread that ran through her whole life of being a leader and a pioneer. And for Dadi, can you imagine how she must have felt when she sat on the gadi until the ceremonies on the 21st, there was just meditation going on, and Dadi would come on the gadi and share whatever was the latest update from Shiv Baba from the subtle region that Dadi Gulzar had shared. But then on the 22nd, she actually picked up the Murli and read it, because by then Baba had said that we'll be reading the Murli, revising the Murli. Until then we didn't know how things were going to unfold. But 22nd January, can you imagine how she must have felt when she read the Murli to the gathering? And the gathering was a full one. Of course, it was still the days of History Hall, but it was like 700 people there. And she took that mantle with such lightness, because, like we've been reading in the specialities, always, always, it's the one above who's doing everything. But also her humility in bringing together all the Dadis. Baba, of course, had put Didi Manmohini with her, Dadi Prakashmani, the light, and Didi, the might, Dadi Prakashmani, the mic, and Didi, the might. But she managed to bring all the Dadis together so that everybody was totally united. The story of most organizations is that when there's a charismatic founder who flies away, then there's different factions. And of course it was God's work, so it wasn't going to happen, but God chose the right instruments to hold everyone absolutely together, so that there was total unity and harmony that continued all the way through. And so a very powerful foundation was laid. But it was Didi and Dadi giving everyone that respect and regard that made it happen like that. And so God is the one who brings us together as a family, but those who support God in holding the family together through that sustenance and keeping everyone as one, that's a very special role also. And so Didi flew away, not so quickly, but 83, and Dadiji continued. I don't think there can be a world leader who's had such a long span in the way that Dadiji has had. So an amazing hands-on role. Many stories, but one last thing. Daddy very down to earth, very practical, but also always in the subtle region with Baba, dancing with Baba. But Daddy knew the cost of every single toli. She could tell you the cost of the bullet tolis, the tosha. She could tell you the cost of the nuts toli. She could tell you absolutely everything, because she ran the yajna hands-on. It wasn't just giving orders, but she was deeply involved in every aspect of the yajna. And so today, the fact that 45 departments run, probably now it's more. In the days of Pandapavan it was 45, and after that video, sound and all these departments have multiplied in a big way. But she actually created the foundation for many of these departments in a very practical way, but yet always it's Baba in charge, and so total surrender to Baba. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Actually, I'd never before thought about that first Murli that Daddy must have read in Madhuban. Yeah, didn't think about it. What a moment. There's a famous saying from Daddy, Dadiji, only a powerful soul can offer love. And Dadiji's love was very unlimited. It was like it embraced you and hugged you and flew you into the air. I don't know how to describe it. But she had such a special, pure, unlimited love for everyone. And she respected everyone, gave regard to everyone, made everyone feel special. And I remember once in a gathering, and Dadi Jayanti, Dadi Prakashmani were there, and with a few Brahmins. And Dadiji says, just like in the countries, there's always an embassy. And so we should have ambassadors from every country always present in Madhuban. It was so sweet, of course, it didn't happen, but just a feeling of the unlimited family. But I remember when, and she took care of everyone. I remember when she came for the opening of Diamond House. We were so excited because nobody thought that she could travel, or she could especially travel out of Madhuban, or out of India actually, and they all were begging her not to come, and of course that was her last trip abroad. Such an honour that she was here for the opening of Diamond House, and it was such an exciting time. And I remember she was getting a little better. There's a whole story to that too. But one time I went up to her room, and I'd heard that she'd had a good long sleep and she hadn't been able to sleep so well. And so I said, Daddy, I'm so pleased. I must have said it in my broken Hindi, but Daddy, I'm so pleased that you were able to sleep. And she said, you brought Daddy here to make her lazy. But, it was like there was no concept of, everything was service. Even that was too much. Not taking that time for the self was very touching. And really her heart was so big and generous because she really had total faith. And so I'm seeing that equation, that the more faith and surrender and total trust that there is, and we've seen this in the Dadis and our senior instruments, then the bigger the heart can be. There's no worry, no fear. And yes, I really want to take that from Dadi. And it's how many years? 14 years since she passed on. But still, her memory is very, very strong. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Very important. Lightness and light. In Amrit Vela, she herself is present and sit behind, and opportunity to meet, the day starting, then Murli with the same joy, the enthusiasm creating. But for us it was a double fortune, especially sisters, could go in her room when, without any reservation, no? She's getting ready, she's tying sari and sharing with great joy what Baba has said today. So you could get the trailer beforehand what Baba is going to say in the Murli. Her eyes sparkling little. Then in the class Murli, of course, Murli with great joy. Then daytime, time to time, there are certain meetings and this picnic. Night, without a fail, good night. And if do not go one time, yesterday you did not come to say good night. Because she used to read the blessings and the headline of the Murli. It was just like starting day with Baba, of course, but with her playing. So all role, mother, father, friend, teacher, administrator, organization. It's amazing how a diamond Baba chooses or makes it. Beautiful experiences of different roles she played. Om Shanti.
Just to say, amazing that she had no privacy, ever. Just surrender, just giving. Amazing. Thank you.